More often than anything, the question comes up, what is Doctor Who? Before John left in July, it's something we talked about a lot, and ended up doing a lot of soul searching. What is Doctor Who? What does it mean to us? Beyond that, is it something that can be defined? How do we quantify it? What are the variables? And then, like a lot of things, we get sidetracked by real life, by work, by shenanigans, by those eyebrows. And then, when we get back to the important questions, or at least the important question, we spend all of our time talking. Talk. My opinion, your opinion, the most important opinion. He said, she said, they said, this interpretation, that interpretation. I'm right, you're wrong. Stop. The huge gulf of space between one thing happening and another, or at least in this case between Peter Capaldi complaining about kidneys to him flirting wildly with a T-Rex, has given us a void that we filled with sporadic enthusiasm, but mostly preemptive disappointment and dwelling for far too long on the bad times. But heck, right now we need to stop, take a breath, listen. Are we in a golden age? Is Peter Capaldi the best Doctor? Is Stephen Moffat actually going to leave after the next series? Has Clara really improved? Does it matter? The only question we need to ask right now, more than anything, what is Doctor Who? And if we pay close enough attention, the answer is right here, staring at us in the face. Listen is Doctor Who. On paper, literally the worst thing ever. Oh God, Stephen, stop! Clara should not be the spark that ignited the Doctor's eternal adventures. Stop making this about you! She never worked! She'll never work! And while we're all in caps, stop trying to rewrite Blink via ripping off Midnight! And all the fan wag, Christ on a bike! Really? Really? In reality, it's a statement of intent, finally free from all the self-imposed shackles and plot holes of the last 5 years, free from having to awkwardly flesh out the new Doctor through a shaky first few episodes. This is Stephen Moffat finally let loose at his most thoughtful and thought-provoking. More than anything, this is what I was hoping Doctor Who would turn into when Stephen took the reins from Russell. A marriage of well-realised, relatable characters and a wibbly-wobbly bonkers plot, each driving the other forward. It's a gift for fans and newcomers alike. It's a really genuinely scary behind the sofa episode. It's a story that'll have those fully invested in it needing to wipe that something from their eyes. It's something for devotees to dote over, to ponder about the mystery, the lack of explicit detail that can be left open to interpretation, to wonder whether the nuances in the early episode, the suggestion that Clara's message may not have been one of profound inspiration, but may have just been interpreted as a vivid dream, a subconscious message of hope. It's something, one episode, finally, since the 11th hour, where Stephen Moffat can point to it and say, I've done something pretty special there. I pulled off something incredible. I made an episode that scientist chap from the FiveWhoFans really liked. If this is a standout episode in this series, then that's great, I'm super happy. But if this is a standout episode in a series of standout episodes, it'll still be the episode I personally look back on and smile because frick, I just straight up loved this episode. Listen is an answer to a question we've been asking for a long time. What is Doctor Who? Finally, an episode that encapsulates everything good about this incarnation of the series. A story about two characters who keep getting things so wrong. A story about compulsive obsession. A story about love. A bewilderingly exceptional episode. It's all there, so long as we're just prepared to take a moment, stop, and listen. Me.
They say Doctor Who can be a bad influence on people, but it's not like I've let anything I've ever seen on TV. Hey, Crystal. Hike!
And because I was press ganged into using the new rating system, I give this episode a crank it up to 11 because it was just a rollicking good episode. Fan service for the fact that this episode couldn't keep its nostalgia in its trousers, and for the dozen standout moments of the episode, Be Kind Rewind, because there were some really good bits in it. I'd also like to personally thank everyone who donated to our fundraiser for Macmillan. You've managed to help raise so far £125, and I thought we were just going to get £3 or something. But thanks to you, I got soaked in this review, and if you give us a little bit more money, you might see the rest of the FiveWhoFans get absolutely drenched by the end of the series. Link below, link below. Anyway, it's done next week. Bye!